So yeah, we fought Titan lost. So basically, Titan found this mother crystal shard when we were fighting, and then he ate it, and it turned him into Titan lost. And then I also ate some shards, and it allowed me to like have rock arms and smash. So, I don't think that it's been explicitly stated yet. If it has, let me know, but I don't remember reading this. But, I think that each mother crystal does correspond to a dominant. And I think that when you consume the power of said mother crystal, like Drake's Fang down here, when I ate that crystal, it gave me rock powers. You know? So if I ate this one over here, maybe I would have got enhanced fire powers. And if I ate this one up here, maybe I would have got light powers and darkness and, you know, maybe the northern Shiva comes from the northern territories. How do we know there wasn't a mother crystal up here at some point where Shiva's dominant comes from? That's been eaten up by the blight. Like, I think that there is one mother crystal for each dominant. I think. And it almost makes me wonder, like, was Mythos, because they say Ultima says Mythos was created, like, with a purpose, right? It's like Mythos is like, or Ultima's alluding to this idea that like Mythos is by design, so to speak. And Mythos's power specifically seems to be the capability of taking dominant and icon powers from other dominants, which those dominants have claimed by being quote unquote blessed via bloodlines and things like that. Makes me wonder, I don't know, if all of these shards, if all these crystals were once part of one thing. Like maybe this is like some Genova type shit. We said it before, but like a big crystalline formation that maybe came from fucking space or something that like broke apart and landed in different parts of the world or something like that. Like maybe, I don't know. We have, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, presumably a Shiva one. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe 6? And we're supposed to have 7 dominants, though. I don't know what this thing is. But there could be something in there. You know, there could have also been a crystal over here at some point. I don't see why not. One of the other kingdoms over here could have had a crystal. So there could... Oh, there's 8 icons. Right, but then 9 with Ifrit. So this would be Odin, Bahamut, Ifrit / Phoenix, Titan, usually blue is water or ice. And there's a big hole in the ocean right there. I'm gonna say water? Maybe? And then ice would be up here? What am I missing? Ramu, Lord of Levin? Where the fuck did Ramu come from? I know he worked as Lord Commander for Waloed, but that's darkness. The hole is not where the hideout used to be. That's been there since the beginning of the game, and the hideout's over here. 1 icon per magic element. I'm so aware of that, Brandon. You think I don't know that there's 8 elements that... Come on, man. Like, I know that. What I'm trying to figure out is if the icons are associated with a crystal, then there should be 8 crystals, shouldn't there? That's what I'm talking about right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I think we're missing some crystals or something. Ooh, an S rank, the Breaker of Worlds. A fallen giant in the Rosarian Ruins. The Breaker of Worlds in the Rosarian Ruins. Due to the discovery of a fallen giant in the Rosarian Ruins. What? Is it closer to Eastpool or closer to Martha's Rest? It's on the road to Cressida. Cressida? Okay. It's in that suspicious empty arena to the east. Yeah, I've had a feeling. House 16, dude, it's pretty sick in my opinion, man. I think this game's pretty damn good. I keep coming back. I'm on day 8, and I keep wanting to play it. I mean, I'm excited to jump on and play it every time that I do. The story's gotten a lot better, man. In my opinion, the story's gotten a lot better. I like some of the character arcs they're telling. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm not trying to talk to you. It was an accident. I was trying to jump, but your big head got in the way. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I like this game.
Ready, go?
There's, you know, it's got some issues, but every game does, frankly. Oh, fuck. Atlas. Cool. There was a side quest stating he is a kid. I know. I did all the side quests.
Another relic of the fallen. Well, it seems this one has a little more life left in it. All right then.
Whoop. Oh, this thing hits really hard.
Well done, Togo. Oh, good. Fuck.
He hits hard. Shit! That's an S rank, all right. Here we go.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be.
Clive.
All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Bloody hell, Clive. Hugo Kupka is
Right
dead.
movements.
Bugger me fishing, biscuits in a cup.
Up. If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you.
Gav's still a bro.
I
Gav
will.
will always be a bro. Gav will die a bro.
Ah, the conquering hero returns.
Ah.
And with hardly a scratch on him.
Oh.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent.
You can't ship Clive and
scent
Gav.
of
It's obviously
Waluders.
Clive and Jill.
The very same.
They almost kissed.
But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists,
Maybe Gav was jealous.
he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang.
Maybe that's why he busted through the door. He was like, no, no,
I've
no,
never
no.
seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall?
Because they wanted you to get the power.
It makes no sense.
Because mythos.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details.
Gotta look at the big picture.
One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Yeah, show me your fucking map. This is something I used to say in World of Warcraft all the time. We often convolute things unnecessarily. And there's, frankly, there's always a time to zoom out and look at the grand scheme of things in a very simple light. And that's honestly how you typically figure out story arcs for video games, because they try to get you to hone in on all the tiny little details and kind of get lost in the sauce. When in most cases, if you just zoom out and kind of look at the broad themes, like the things that kind of are consistent throughout the game, on a grand scale, you will figure out a lot of shit. Only 2 mother crystals remain.
The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest.
Maybe,
Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion.
That we're gonna...
Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Not my ass. Fuck you.
In summary, I know not to what end the royalists betrayed Kupka.
Because they wanted me, well, you don't know this, Vivian, but because they want to see the power of Mythos. I think they're trying to get me to do all the things because Ultima wants me to do the things so that Ultima can do the thing.
I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
Definitely king.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal.
BRB on fire, thank you for the 22-month resub.
Considering the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are,
Thank you so
all
much.
of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
D Circuit, thanks for gifting 5 subs to the channel. Thank you so much, man. Congrats to the 5 more gifted subs. Let's go. Thank you. Blackthorn, talk to me.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Thanks.
Well,
Someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
I won't. Game King, thanks for gifting us up to
Clive.
Pumpernickel.
Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact.
Right.
One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
So Ultima could be a projection from another being, technically.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone.
Why are you bald?
I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing.
What?
Least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Maybe. I can't talk to her from across the table. Suck my fucking dick, Square Enix. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Also, if that guy hates bald people, then that means that that guy by default hates all babies. And I think there's something wrong with that. What a weirdo.
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has
Some
ever
babies
seen.
can come out with little hair.
The Enterprise.
Wait, you're actually building a ship?
Me and my dad designed it together.
It's called the Enterprise?
Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together.
Uh-huh.
Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that.
I knew you were.
First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air.
I feel like I'm working with the Exali, dude.
And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Yeah.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Dazal Talak, thank you. Thanks for giving me
make head nor tail of them.
The mats.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Thanks, Dazal. I'll go take care of that. She reminds me of Lise. Except she's useful. What's up?
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
He's such a sourpuss. Oh yeah, sourpuss. Always, constantly.
Krieger's teats.
Norfolka's tits!
What the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it.
He said
Won't be
Grieger's
easy though.
tits.
And I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Lise probably makes fun of guys for crying at movies.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means
Mid makes her own home movies?
Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about.
I'll watch those.
Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them.
Of course I will.
Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Gav, go get supplier stuff.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Gav.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's doing the fight. You don't have my winning personality.
Don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Pull it up. Pull it up, chat. I know the answer to this. It's gonna be Gav. Really? You guys voted Otto? That's crazy, yo. It's almost it's like 50-50. It's 18 votes Gav, 20 votes Otto. We all pick Gav, so we're all curious about Otto. I actually really like him more the more the story goes on. Did most of you guys pick Gav? I pick Gav. I can pick Otto if you guys want. Yeah. I'll pick Otto. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then. Where do we find this stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Okay.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
It was
You
automatic
two take
for
care,
me to
eh?
test him as.
I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
Well, that's weird, Alec. I
Ah,
saw
he
that
wouldn't
deleted
do
message.
that.
I was like, why did it get deleted?
He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
I'll head down to Dalimil, see about hiring us a wagon. Wait for me by the river.
Don't you worry about me. I can smell a swindle from half the twins away. The finest fabric.
The most fragrant herbs and
What's up, Master Baker?
of the twin.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
You lose a bearer?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Same, Dryad. It should have been voiced. I'll see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang.
Master
He
of
used to work there,
cream
you see.
pies, dude.
All right. And that's where I'll start.
That's funny. Short a pair of hands might be worth asking Kupka.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Well, I mean...
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Duh. Express yourself. Remember the good times. Focus on your work. Remember the good times.
Try to remember the good times. Do that, and the Mother Crystal will be with you no matter where you are.
Even in the bakery. What a fool I've been. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You've opened my eyes. I have to get back there right away. Farewell.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Guess not. It was always the bread. It was always the bread. Now you've made him bake a new mother crystal. No, if he's gonna start baking crystals, we might have a Heisenberg situation on our hands because, let me tell you.
The finest
God does not need to start baking crystals.
You'll be transported.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward
Good,
apprentice.
Pumpernickel. I'm glad that it worked out that way.
Stoked the flames a little too high.
For this.
He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm.
Wow.
A truly unique creation.
It kind of looks like Drake's
I dare say it is.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her
Yep.
steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow.
What?
True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look.
It's no Fang at all. It's nothing. It's no Fang at all. Oh, God, I hate the British. Oh, God, dude.
Inside, she's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something.
No shit, Tenjenk. They had to have seen it, right? It was a literal mountain.
Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his...
Like, there's no way that my battle with Titan didn't send earthquakes, like, all over, dude. Like, you'd have been able to see Titan standing from, like, miles away.
Wait, with any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
They're just, like, looking out like, yeah, the land slides. Bow down, overdweller.
Otto.
Yeah, mostly just fucking
Oh,
DPS in Merlin. Oh, yeah.
I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet.
DPS pretty much, and then Rook's Gambit is like a recovery a bit. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, chat, like, I think Rook's Gambit is actually like my favorite ability in the game. It's very much that like counter timing play style, which I do really like. Which you might not realize because I don't really use my Titan block very much. I've tried to get more used to using it, but
Thorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well,
yeah, Riezi, he actually is listed with 2 different voice actors. So I'm assuming that during the development of this game, he died after voicing some of the lines, because there is 2 different credited there's 2 different credited voice actors for him.
Now get filling.
I love Rook's Gambit. Yeah, the counter moves are sick, dude. I know, dude. Dude, Uncle Byron, I think, is very likely probably like the #1 favorite side character in this game. Like, I haven't met everyone yet, so I could be missing something, but like, so far, everyone seems to love Byron. He's easily one of the best characters in the game. He's just so expressive and like cheery and just kind of like, you can tell he really loves Clive, and he carries a lot of resentment and guilt for having, helped the Vice Reign.
It just looks like black sand to me.
Not really having much of a choice. I don't know. I just, I think he's a great character. Gav's up there too. Definitely up there. Yeah, Uncle Byron's great. I kind of wish I had, some family like that. Like, I don't have, I don't have an uncle. It's kind of, it's interesting to me because I've never really had like like close extended family. It's like I kind of wish I had a cool uncle like Byron. Yeah, rip count Edmund before Tom.
Yeah.
Hey Otto, it's a big sack you got there of stardust.
How much did you get?
Enough.
Enough. I hope.
Okay. Taylor Rosfield coming at you hot.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much.
Would you say Athena's worse than Annabelle? No. Annabelle's way worse.
Yeah, Clive.
In my opinion, Annabelle's worse. Athena was evil, but at risk of sounding like a WoW writer, she was corrupted. Yeah. I know Annabelle and Edwin are cousins.
Sid would be proud.
I don't think that's a factor.
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you.
So a lot of people think about me.
You're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
True. Probably due to the environment upbringing for Annabella. Considering how the rest of the world views things, she feels like an extreme expression of those. Yes, I do agree.
Ready to go home,
that in
boy.
a lot of ways, Annabella is like the worst version, or like the reflective expression of a lot of the worst things happening in Valisthea. But here's the deal. She was married to a guy who was pretty openly against a lot of the types of things that Annabella does. And I really would have hoped that someone like our father would have been able to, I don't know, sway her a little bit in that regard. Like, it's not as though Annabella was newly married into the fucking family and like, you know, didn't like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, she had the chance to change, just like Clive has, with good influences on her, like our father, but she didn't. And when you can't accept that the way that you treat someone or a group of people is is poor and unacceptable, like, what do you think's gonna happen? That person's not gonna get any better. Like, I hate Annabella so fucking much. Dude, okay, chat, I know that this is gonna sound crazy. I might hate Annabella more than I hate Hojo. And I fucking hate Hojo, dude. That motherfucker is evil, dude. So's Annabella. That bitch is evil.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need.
3 attractive men and a lot of black sand. Yeah, he's got it all.
Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Oh, I know we have so much Hojo to come. I know.
Do it again sometime, mate.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
You know what isn't evil? This
Thank you,
delicious
Blackthorn.
pizza. I'm so hungry.
I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Today. Fuck. I have to do grocery shopping. I don't like have any food, dude. It's so bad. Ariel's gone, like, to see her family for a few weeks, and it's just like, it's rough.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
At least Hojo's interesting in his madness. I think Annabelle's a little interesting, because I'm trying to figure out, like, what exactly her end game is, like, what her plan with Olivier is. It's interesting.
It's all but spent.
No, you're good, dude. I didn't see what you said, so the mods took good care of that.
We had to dig a new cellar.
Wait. I have a question. If Dion is gay, then would that mean that theoretically, if he never bore children, that the bloodline of Bahamut could die? I wonder if that's a No, someone else should just be chosen. I don't think other icons are bloodline related. Well, no, because Olivier, right? No, we just talked about this. We just talked about this. Ah! Quentin, what's up?
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
Like, Garuda always picked someone from, like, a certain region, you know? Or, like, from a certain tribe, I think is the word that they used. Tribe. Which often share bloodlines. It's a fucking tribe. So, like, Sid says he was picked later in life. Sid says he awoke into later in life. I don't know that he was picked later in life. He might have already always had it. This is what we were just talking about. How is Hugo chosen? By being dumb as rocks.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or...
Just call Yoshipi and ask
him. It may be
him.
the prelude to something altogether more dangerous.
Just give him a call.
Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Can my phone just unlock? Sick, dude. Of course.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Like, let me put it this way. If everyone in the world died except 8 people, would all 8 of those people be chosen by a fucking icon? Because if there is no prejudice about who's chosen, like, there has to be a reason why people get chosen, right? That'd be a spoiler, technically. What do you guys mean, only one way to find out? Like, you guys are so... You shouldn't have... That's all right.
Right.
That's all right. You shouldn't have said that.
And see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding in the hands of some bearers in the old duchy.
Yeah, and who do you think they'll be taking that out on?
Excuse me. Quentin mentioned strange figures having been sighted near the village. Have you seen anything?
I haven't seen nothing here.
Gov.
Not much here, Gov. Bushman standing here looking at me boxes there, mate.
Right.
I don't really see much because I'm always turned around here looking at these here boxes, trying to make sure my chocobos have got all the gib and gob they need to get on to the next station. We need to build a trolley. Hello there, woman with a broom who's not using it to sweep nothing. Like how you're sweeping the clean floor, not the floor with all the shit on it. What are you sweeping dirt for? You're doing a more useless job than she is. What are you doing?
Herb mother. Wait a second. You got that good shit? What's up? What you got?
A moment. There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything?
Outside of me new AK-47 purple kush. No, I've not heard nothing. Not heard nothing. You take one hit of this shit, you can't hear nothing at all.
I see.
Nobody cares. Let's go fucking kill some bandits.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
I don't get it. If Dion being gay is a factor in Bahamut ending, why isn't Olivier relevant? Because chat is insisting that it doesn't have to do with bloodlines. That's why it doesn't matter. And because the lore, the way that it's written, suggests that perhaps the last dominant has to die before the next person who's chosen is born, because at birth they are infused with the power, but they may not awaken to it, kind of like the Echo, I guess, for like a long time. So presumably, like, Sid has had Ramu, like, within him, but it didn't awaken until later in life. What if Olivier has kids, though? I mean, he could, but he's a kid right now, so that's not really something that's going across my mind. What I'm saying, Prey Return, is perhaps the reason for Olivier's existence has something to do with the fact that Dion is gay. That's what I'm saying. Guys, you guys are making my argument for me. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying they came up, they fucked and they had another child. What if part of that has to do with the fact that Dion won't carry on the bloodline because he's gay? That's what I'm saying. That's the point. That is exactly the point. But I don't know if they know that he is, you know? You like, Bahamut might only choose someone who's like pure of heart and like honest with themselves. I don't know, like that could be why Dion was chosen. Like Dion's the, I don't know. Oh. Jill said she awakened to Shiva after they took her. Correct. They had no idea.
You there?
Fuck! He's seen us.
Fuck!
Get them before they escape!
Fuck! He's seen us.
Black Shields. Here.
Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Of course, gay kings and men in general in the past have carried on their bloodlines in loveless marriages, so it's not impossible for Dion to have kids. But why in the ever-living fuck would he? What I'm trying to say is I don't think Dion's that kind of person. But maybe he's just gay and it has nothing to do with his character arc. Who knows? Yeah, no shit, Boki. How did you expect me to not see you? You guys were like literally standing on a cliff with shiny armor. Come on, man. Magic Dash and Y-Right. Nice. I can buy that from Karen, so it actually doesn't matter to me if you drop it anymore.
Why were they here?
But he has a strong sense of duty to his people, so I don't know.
I need to warn Quentin.
Yeah, but what is your duty to your people? Like, besides... That's a very complex thing to say. I'm not even going to open that can of worms because the Empire isn't exactly focused on the people anyway.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now?
Yeah.
And why would that person
say, what is this guy
want you
talking
dead?
about?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way.
Yeah. I mean, you built a
I saw more than a
sanctuary for all
few
these people.
corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think.
It's like the CEO of Jimmy John's.
Shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade. A means of ridding himself of his rivals. A mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately.
Okay. How'd that go?
His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts.
Wow.
So I set about enacting my own.
Holy shit, dude. This is like too real, especially in the United States, dude. Dude. Wow.
I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
Holy shit.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. all under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades, and our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Interesting. I was not expecting that.
I think Mid might need some help.
I like frolicking down the stairs, Mid. Thanks for building them. Thanks for building stairs instead of an elevator.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Do you think Sid will be mad if I try to fuck his daughter? I'll get smited by holy 11 bolts from the sky.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
But we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
That's Rums. That was the first thing that I thought of. When I said that was, wait a second. I'm walking around going by the name Sid. Maybe not. Maybe not. What's up, Helena? Helena?
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yeah.
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
Just had to explain to my husband why I've been furiously typing for over an hour that suddenly spit
Here you
laughing.
see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat.
Uh-huh.
That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force.
Mm-hmm.
Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which now. Were we to rely, in other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode.
That would suck.
Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
Are you fucking kidding me? They're talking about fucking thermodynamics now, but earlier, when we threw lava on ice cubes, nothing happened? What?
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
We're in one.
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner.
Because Clive and Jill don't know science.
A certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there.
It doesn't affect
It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Okay.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid.
I like this voice
I'll gather my
actress.
team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Her Isis magic. Ugh. 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 I know. Her smile's also magic.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming.
Not quite.
Ruins are just over there.
I'm sure there's booze named after it, IRL. I think that's where I've heard it.
Would you mind?
Of course.
Ambrosia
right
salad's a thing, but it's cursed. Slay the creature that's taken up this area.
Anybody home?
Yoo-hoo! Nobody home. In Ahriman!
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
I used the wrong ability because I'm too far away.
To me, Flames!
Taylor, play the fucking game!
You're a fine hand.
Come over here! Ah! The sound effects are very satisfying. What's up, Karai? Magic dash, bloody high. Okay.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid!
The things I do for love.
Thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Nice. She's out of breath like she fought the monster. I know. She was cheering up a storm. I just waved at me. What a nice guy.
You're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
A bit of a bugger.
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here.
I
Can
thought
you
of
take
that,
this to
obviously.
him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
The sound effects in this game that make my skin crawls when the mother crystals die. It sounds like souls of the dead being released into the fucking ether, dude. It's not a good sound at all. I don't like it.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Maybe the crystals, ooh, that'd be fucked up. The crystals like absorb the souls of the dead, and then people using the crystals draws on that power and like wipes the souls out, dude. That'd be crazy. That'd be fucked up. Maybe that's why the Iron Kingdom sees using the magics as like sacrilege or something.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Thermal shielding designs. Yes, I'm in the mid arc. Yes.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl
Yeah,
think
we've
of
seen the diagram about 4 times.
What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Caradwin, I'm gonna throw you into the brine. I'm gonna throw you into the fucking brine.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Different method of refinement?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance.
Perhaps.
I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So sweet. You're so sweet.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do.
I know, baby.
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
You having fun over there, Ollie?
I have to pick between Tarja and Jill? That's fucked.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus. I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Don't make me do this.